Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Warrant Officer Second Class Matthew Funneberg, and I am the Squadron Warrant Officer of 862 Lambeth Lightning Royal Canadian Air Cadet Squadron. It will be my pleasure to be your Master of Ceremonies for our celebration this afternoon. Today's ceremony will get underway in just a few minutes. While you wait, please review the instructions on your screen to ensure that you have the best experience possible.
I'm fixing it. I fixed it. It's
Your mic on?
I hope not. No, it's not. Yeah. So where do you see the chat?
Yeah, that chat there on the right there. That's
Yeah.
on, so everyone can talk.
Okay, that's fine. I didn't turn it off, but that's fine. I can manage that.
I would now like to welcome our commanding officer, Captain Chris Wakeland. Sir?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. For those that don't know me, I'm Captain Chris Wakeland, and I have the incredible honor of being the commanding officer of 862 Royal Canadian Air Cadet Squadron. I want to welcome the members of 862 Squadron, our honored guests, and to all the family members who are viewing this afternoon. This is our 43rd annual ceremonial review, which also has the distinction of being our second virtual annual ceremonial review.
I would like to call upon the Regional Cadet Sport Unit, Central Padre, Captain David Fowler, to lead us in a moment of reflection.
Thank you for that. Beltway Rail Switching Yard, just outside of Chicago, is the largest such facility in North America. Over 8,000 cars a day leave that facility, and all of them travel over a single unassuming switch. And yet, that switch will determine the ultimate destiny to the East Coast or the West Coast of North America, to Toronto, New York, or Boston, or to Los Angeles, San Francisco, or Vancouver. In a similar like kind of way, life is filled with decisions both large and small. And over this last 6 months, I have called literally every cadet unit CO in all of RCSU. And I have heard over and over a very similar story. And the story goes like this. I had a cadet that came in, and I was not even sure whether they would even finish the program. And yet, not only did they finish, but they finished extraordinarily well. And then they went on successfully in life. And at some point, they came back and spoke to their former commanding officer and said, there was a conversation that we had, ma'am or sir, and that conversation seemed kind of unassuming, but it started to change the ultimate trajectory of my life. Thank you for that. Who knows just what the ultimate impact will be of all our decisions, actions, and conversations, both large and small in life. And those of you who are graduating cadets, you too will have a whole life before you of decisions and choices and conversations that you will make that will not only affect your life, but the lives of the people that you come into contact with. Jewish religious literature contains within it a story of an individual known to us as King Solomon. And King Solomon was reportedly the wisest man who ever lived. And apparently, God came to Solomon and said, ask for whatever you wish. And King Solomon thought about it and then said, I wish for a wise and discerning heart that I might lead your people well. To which God replied, since you did not ask for wealth or power or the death of your enemies or many other things, but instead for wisdom to lead, I will grant you that and many other things you did not ask for. For all of us who lead in this program and in life, may our pursuit and search be for wisdom. May we desire that above all things, so that the impact of even the little things we do might be significant, not just in our lives, but in the lives of others as well. In a moment, I'm going to lead us in an opening prayer, and I invite you to join along with me, or to just spend these next few moments in quiet personal reflection. Let us pray. In this moment of graduation and transition, we give thanks for those who have run the course and completed the race. May they and all of us remember the importance of the decisions we make, both large and small. May each conversation be flavored with grace. May each decision be filled with wisdom. And may our work and the lives of those we impact through the cadet program prosper as we serve our queen and country, Canada, from sea to shining sea. Amen.
Thank you, Captain Fowler. Wherever you may be, if you are able, please stand for the playing of our national anthem. Please be seated.
We have a dedicated staff made up of uniformed members of the Cadet Organization and Training Service, civilian instructors, civilian volunteers, as well as countless parent casual volunteers that help us during the training year, all of which makes 862 Lambeth Lightning Squadron so successful. Today, I'm your commanding officer, but until very recently, our commanding officer was Captain Sue Greystone. Our administrative officer, Captain Brad Marison, and our supply officers were CV Rietsma and CV Pay Martin. Training officer, Captain Sue Greystone, recruiting officer, Captain Sue Greystone, and we had a number of level officers that monitored the training program. Level 1 was Captain Sue Greystone and CV Pay Martin. Level 2, CV Rietsma and CV Von Ruxicki. Level 3, Officer Cadet Rick Letourneau. Level 4, CV Funderburg, and level 5 was myself. We had the honor of having Mr. CV Cunningham as our effective speaking coach, and Ms. Pelosa and Kavanaugh were our webmasters this year.
At 862, we have a wonderful staff cadet. We have a wonderful amount of staff cadets. I am your squadron warrant officer currently, Warrant Officer Second Class Matthew Funderburg. Previously was Warrant Officer First Class Paige Wakelin, as she had aged out as of May this year. Our flight sergeants would be Flight Sergeant Neil Sniders, Flight Sergeant Brennan Fraser, Flight Sergeant Maxwell Martin, and Sergeant Curtis McGill. This year, a number of cadets held.
Greetings, everyone.
Sorry.
Go ahead, Warren. I didn't mean to cut you off there.
This year, a number of cadets held important positions at the squadron and were responsible for the success of the past training year through their excellent leadership skills, and I thank them.
Greetings, everyone. My name is Colonel Chris Hadfield. I was an air cadet. I was also a colonel in the Royal Canadian Air Force and an engineer and a fighter pilot and a test pilot, and then an astronaut with the Canadian Space Agency. But I got my start absolutely in the air cadets. They taught me so many different things that helped me and were necessary throughout my entire life and throughout my career. Cadets taught me leadership. I took a junior leaders course when I was 14 years old at summer camp. And they taught me the fundamental differences and ideas and precepts and applications of leadership, stuff that I used through my entire career, that I still use today, that I used very carefully and rigorously to command the world spaceship, the International Space Station. Air cadets taught me self-discipline. How to recognize that there are things bigger than I am, that there are objectives that I will have to change myself in order to accomplish. How being part of something greater than myself can be so much more fulfilling than just being selfish in my life. To recognize that gratification deferred is often the greatest, sweetest gratification that exists. And air cadets taught me flight. Air cadets taught me all about the theory of it, and then qualifying for glider pilot scholarship, and then powered pilot scholarship, and coming out of that with wings on my chest, wings that I have flown with my entire life. So you're here at your annual review, or what would have been an annual parade. It's been a very complex year for everybody. And I think it's a really good time to thank the people around you. Thank the staff at the Air Cadet Squadron. the people that volunteer their time, the officers and all of the volunteers. Thank your parents for the work that they've done to enable you to be part of that, and celebrate it with your family and your other cadet friends and with your extended friends as well. You're changing who you are by being an Air Cadet. You're learning things. You're doing things differently than the norm, and they will put you in good stead for the rest of your life to learn and to serve and to advance. There's never been a better summary of what you need to do during a pandemic and life beyond in order to turn yourself into the person you dream of. And the Latin motto that has guided me my entire life from when I was just a young cadet was per ardua ad astra. Through adversity or through hard work, through study, through change, to the stars. And it is amazing where the Air Cadets can take you. So congratulations for your annual review. I wish you well. I wish you great success in the future. Remember to thank those around you, and per ardua ad astra.
We will now move on to the awards presentation portion of our ceremony. Today will be the public acknowledgement of specific cadets' accomplishments. As is tradition, award winners will receive a keepsake plaque when circumstances permit in-person presentations in the future.
I believe this is my cue. Should I start? The top level 1 cadet will be presented by myself, Elizabeth Bainbridge, the Wing 11 Regional Director. And I hope you can see behind me, Sid Thompson is here representing the Ontario Provincial Committee as a Board of Directors member. It is our combined honor and privilege to have this chance to participate in these annual review. We're very pleased to present the top level 1 cadet award. This award is provided to those who've demonstrated exemplary attendance, conduct, deportment, positive attitude towards training, and excelled at their level. I also had a conversation with some of your leadership, and specifically this person was quite active on the online Zoom, and appreciated for the effort they put into being active within Zoom. With that, I would like to virtually make this presentation to AC Logan Lawrence. Congratulations, Logan Lawrence, on achieving the level 1 cadet award.
Cadet Lawrence, if you'd like to say a word or two, now is your opportunity.
I am thankful for everyone who has helped me get here and get everything I know and help me achieve what I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Cadet Lawrence. The top level 2 cadet will be presented by video by Mrs. Lynn Jones of our Parents Association.
Hi, I'm here today to present the 862 Parent Committee's Award for the top 2 level cadet. And this year's recipient is Corporal Abigail Clift. She shows initiative, dedication, eagerness to participate in other cadet teams and activities despite the pandemic and going virtual. She continues to show great enthusiasm. Congratulations, Cadet Clift.
Corporal Clift, I'd like to invite you to say a word or two if you choose.
I just would like to thank both staff and other cadets for helping me along the way through.
Thank you, Corporal Cliff.
Okay.
Well, good evening, 862 Lambeth Lightning out of London. It's fantastic that you guys are having your ACR this evening. I think it's absolutely awesome. Congratulations on an amazing year that you've achieved in difficult times. I understand that they certainly are. I really want to say thanks very much to Captain Greystone and Captain Wakeland for your continued efforts to pursue what 862 has done so incredibly well over the past year and before, and certainly into the new year. I also want to recognize Chief Warrant Officer Funderburg for your incredible work as a senior cadet, as the squadron's senior cadet for Lambeth Lightning. Your role really is absolutely crucial in the success of any corps or any air cadet squadron in the province or even across the country. And you guys have really achieved incredible things, from drill and marksmanship, biathlon activity. You even had some public speaking activities, orienteering, and your modeling club. Really extraordinary activities and events that you were able to do virtually throughout the COVID pandemic. And even drill as well. So an Air Cadet Squadron doing awesome drill. I'm an old Air Cadet, and I used to love drill when I was an Air Cadet. So fantastic. What you do at 862 is exactly the things that we're looking for an Air Cadet Squadron and for the cadet program itself. So thanks very much for having me and my chief here virtually at your ACR this year. RCSU Central is very proud of what you do. Thanks.
Okay.
The top level 3 cadet award will be presented by Mr. Sam Newman.
Well, this afternoon, we are certainly pleased to make the next award, which is the Level 3 award. It's called the John Callingham Award. John Callingham, I will tell you, was a member of the Air Force, one of the kingpins of people that helped formed this squadron, 862 in Lambeth, back in 1978. He's well known for his work out at the Air Force Wing while he was stationed at RCAF Crumlin during the Second World War with the British Commonwealth Air Training Plan. He was also associated with the Secrets of Radar, and he has certainly been an individual that has contributed a lot to the Air Force program. In particular, he loved working with the cadets. So this award is being given to Corporal Megan Frainer, and I'm pleased to do this on behalf of the staff and remembering who John Callingham was. Megan, you have been chosen for this outstanding award, and I mean outstanding award at level 3 level is important in the cadet program. You have shown phenomenal leadership abilities. You have dedicated yourself the last couple of years to this program with every effort that you can during this pandemic time, and you have shown your abilities to the squadron qualify as a person of your knowledge and what you have done quite neatly to be the recipient of this award. The Air Cadet League of Canada is proud of you. The Ontario Provincial Committee for the Air Cadets is definitely proud of you, and I know that all the members of 862 Squadron are equally as happy with your performance, and know that you are totally deserving of this award. So Megan, congratulations. I'm proud of you too, and I know that you'll remember this moment for a long time to come. Congratulations.
Corporal Frainer, if you would like to say a word or two, please go ahead.
Thank you very much for this award. It means a lot. It's been a strange year, to say the least. And I look forward to meeting every one of you in person next year. Hopefully, we'll be in person next year. Thank you, and it has been fun so far. So, thank you.
Thank you, Corporal Frainer. Our next award will be the Top Level 4 award, and it will be presented by Mrs. Diane Lawrence.
Good afternoon, everyone. Oh, could you put that screen back? I'd like to read what it said, please, Captain Marison. Thank you. The Top Level 4 Cadet Award is awarded to the fourth-year cadet who has demonstrated exemplary attendance, conduct, deportment, positive attitude towards training, and has excelled in their level. This cadet has continued to strive and excel with his personal growth while assisting those around him, both in his level and within the squadron. He continues to be dedicated and motivated, participating in weekly training, as well as providing support and encouragement to his fellow cadets outside of cadets. It is my honor to present this Top Level 4 Cadet Award on behalf of the Branch 501 Ladies Auxiliary to Sergeant Ethan Krieger.
I'd like to invite Sergeant Krieger to say a few words.
Thank you, everyone, cadets and staff at 862. It's been an amazing year. We've all grown as cadets individually and, more importantly, as a family. Thank you to all of the senior cadets that may have retired in the past couple of years. You definitely played a huge part into where I am today. I'd also like to thank my family and my mom that's screaming upstairs. All of this wouldn't have been possible without you. So thank you, all of you.
Thank you, Sergeant Krieger.
The Top Level 5 Cadet. I'm Captain Marison, and I'm just in the background today helping run the slide presentation. I'm really excited to present the Top Level 5 award this year. This is awarded for a cadet who has demonstrated exemplary attendance, conduct, deportment, positive attitude towards training, and has an excellence in their level. It's my pleasure to award this recipient, Flight Sergeant Maxwell Martin. Flight Sergeant, go ahead and address the parade if you wish.
I would just like to thank all the officers who gave me the opportunities to become the cadet and person that I am today.
The Lieutenant Colonel R.J. Miskiman Award is normally presented to the top drill cadet. It will not be awarded this year in absence of drill team. However, Lieutenant Colonel Miskiman did send along a few words. Cadets, staff, sponsor, and parents of 862 Squadron. Without a doubt, the 2021 training year has probably been the most difficult time for everyone in 862 Squadron. The global pandemic has presented challenges and adaptations not previously encountered. Congratulations to all of you for your extraordinary efforts to overcome these conditions in the completion of your training. Sadly, this year, we also witnessed the passing of His Royal Highness Prince Philip, Air Commodore-in-Chief of the Royal Canadian Air Cadets. Prince Philip's devout service to the Air Cadet organization and to the support of Canadian youth was exceptional. Over many years, dozens of 862 cadets earned bronze, silver, and gold levels in the Duke of Edinburgh's award program. In meeting the challenges of the award scheme, these cadets demonstrated the high quality of the cadet members of 862 Lambeth Lightning Squadron. This training year marks the 40th anniversary of 862's first visit to 50F Squadron in Lambeth, England. We were welcomed with great hospitality, friendship, and camaraderie. It is a great honor to welcome Flight Lieutenant Leroy Smith, Officer Commanding of 50F, as a reviewing officer for the 43rd Annual Review. Best wishes to the cadets of 50F and 862 Squadrons. May all your dreams and experiences in the next training year be fulfilled.
Thank you, Captain Greystone. Our next award is the St. Paul's Masonic Lodge Award, presented by Mr. Jim Black.
Hello everybody, I'd like to present this year's St. Paul's Masonic Lodge Award to, excuse me if I get you pronounce your name wrong, Sergeant Aurelius Fernando. Congratulations.
Sergeant Fernando, if you'd like to say a few words, now is your opportunity.
Thank you. Personally, I wasn't expecting an award this year, but that's a welcome surprise. I'd like to thank all the cadets that have supported me and allowed me to reach a certain position where I could have these opportunities around me. Sorry if I'm stuttering a bit. I am a bit surprised. Oh dear, okay. I'll mute now.
Thank you, Sergeant Fernando. The next award is our Charter Award for Top Cadet Instructor, and will be presented by our SSC Chair, Mrs. Stephanie Doyle.
Good afternoon, everyone. The Charter Award is awarded to the top cadet instructor for accomplishments in leadership within the cadet training year and program. It's donated by the squadron's founding charter members. And this year's recipient, I'm honored to present this award to Warrant Officer 2nd Class Matthew Funderburg.
Warrant Officer Funderburg, if you'd like to say a few words.
Yes, thank you very much for the award. I'm very grateful, and I look forward to seeing all of you, hopefully in person next year.
Thank you, Warrant Officer Funderburg. The next award is the Commanding Officers Award. And the Commanding Officers Award is not an award that is necessarily given out yearly. This award is only presented when there is a cadet who is deserving. The Commanding Officers Award is presented to the cadet who continuously, without fail, goes above and beyond in his or her deportment, dedication, commitment, and enthusiasm. They are committed to promoting and displaying the highest level of discipline within the cadet program and this squadron. This year's Commanding Officers Award is a collaborative decision. Captain Greystone and I would like to present the CO's award to Sergeant Ethan Krieger, for his outstanding leadership, mentorship, and commitment to the squadron and cadet program. Congratulations, Sergeant Krieger. Sergeant Krieger, if you'd like to say a few words.
I think I've said all that needs to be said. Thank you, all of you again, and I hope to see you in person next year.
Thank you, Sergeant Krieger. Our next award is the Jack Clark Leadership Award, which will be presented by Ms. Cheryl Best, who is the daughter of Jack Clark.
Hi, my name is Cheryl, and Jack Clark is my dad. And it is my pleasure this year to present the Jack Clark Leadership Award to the cadet who has shown exceptional leadership by motivating and encouraging others to do their best. This year's recipient, I'm very happy to announce, is Sergeant Curtis McGill. Sergeant McGill maintained the highest standard in his personal dress and deportment and led by example. He developed a supplemental training program to assist junior cadets with lessons taught during regular training and provided further instruction with regards to basic cadet skills that were missing due to the lack of in-person training. Additionally, he continued to look for ways to improve the squadron's online exposure and always stepped in when asked to instruct online lessons. He was professional and thorough, and by constantly looking for ways to better himself and holding himself to high standards, he is an example of others, for others to be their best. So congratulations, Sergeant McGill. I hope you realize that we appreciate all of the work that you've done and the exceptional leader that you are. So thank you and congratulations.
Sergeant McGill, I invite you to say a word or two.
Well, I would like to thank my officers and senior cadets for always believing in me and helping me reach this level. I'd also like to thank my parents for the wonderful 5 o'clock tagging drives and weekend training exercises. I'd also like to thank the younger cadets for giving me this opportunity to win this award.
Thank you, Sergeant McGill.
Good afternoon. I'm Officer Cadet Letourneau. Because of the unique challenges of this past training year, we've added a few special awards. These awards are meant to be in good fun and are to honor the enthusiasm of our cadets displayed after week in the virtual training environment. So without further ado, the Giggler Award, awarded to the cadet or cadets who giggle throughout Zoom meetings. I'd like to present the award to Flight Corporal Bohr and Flight Corporal Fisher. The Eager Beaver Award, awarded to the cadet who continuously shows initiative and motivation. That goes to Corporal Gomez. The Mute Button Nemesis Award, awarded to the cadet and or staff member who on a regular basis forgets to unmute or mute their buttons. The award goes to staff member Captain S. Greystone and Cadet Sergeant Fernando. The Possum Award, awarded to the cadet and or staff who fight for screen time with their pet. I'd like to present Corporal Orchard with that award. Emoji Yogi Award, awarded to the cadet who is forever using emojis during Zoom meetings and lessons. Once again, to Corporal Orchard. The Best Virtual Background Award. Well, I guess I get to present it to myself, Officer Cadet Letourneau, and also Corporal Orchard and AC Lawrence. And finally, 862's Got Talent, awarded to the top musical cadet who had the guts to perform live. We have 3 awards to give here. The Best Original Score, Corporal Robertson. The Golden String Award, Corporal Franer. And the Ivory Keys to LAC Ramwood and Corporal Gomez. Thank you.
Congratulations to all award winners. Well done to each of you. I now present to you Ms. Stephanie Doyle, Chair of the Squadron Sponsoring Committee.
Good afternoon. On behalf of the Squadron Sponsoring Committee, I would like to congratulate the staff and cadets on all the hard work that was put forth during the 2020-2021 training year. Everyone has put their best foot forward during a year that continued to challenge us with adversity. The staff, civilian volunteers, and senior cadets stepped up to help make this unprecedented situation informative and fun, all while having to meet virtually the whole training year. While COVID-19 has put all of our Wednesday evening parading, lessons, and extra events on hold, the senior cadets and training officers were able to keep up the awesome camaraderie of our squadron by continuing to connect by phone and on Zoom for training nights. It was so nice to see that throughout the year you all quickly adapted to these changes and continued with your dedication and devotion to an amazing program. Because the Royal Canadian Air Cadet program is an incredible program. There are an abundance of opportunities: drill, marksmanship, orienteering, survival training, aviation prospects like ground school, gliding, simulators, and a chance at earning a pilot's license. Those opportunities and more are available to each and every one of you, and it's amazing to watch all of you growing and learning each year. Understanding how important social development, decision-making, and leadership is, acquiring those skills and knowledge and passing them along to younger cadets and implementing them in your daily lives. This is so important in today's society, and I look forward to being a part of that with you in the coming years. The sponsoring committee would like to thank retired commanding officer Captain Susan Greystone for your commitment to the Air Cadet program over the last 17 years, 10 of which have been in a staff capacity here at 862. The road was not always smooth, but your dedication and excitement to contribute to the growth of all of our cadets never wavered. We can't thank you enough for all you have done for our squadron. As a direct result of Captain Greystone's leadership, this year has seen some very positive changes to our staff at 862. While Captain Christopher Wakeland has been an integral part of our 862 family for quite some time, we have recently welcomed him as our newly installed commanding officer. Also joining our staff has been Captain Brad Marison and Officer Cadet Rick Letourneau. Also with our civilian instructors, Tara McEwen and Daniel Jones, who have continued to provide a wealth of knowledge to our cadets as well. Together with our dedicated civilian volunteers, Steve Rietzma, Harry Funderburg, Jenny Von Ruxicki, Kirsten Pay Martin, and Ross Cunningham, their commitment to shaping and teaching our cadets must be recognized. The countless hours that they give selflessly all year long is true dedication. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. I would like to thank our squadron sponsor, Branch 501 Legion, for their support through this virtual year as well. I think it's safe to say that the Legion members have been missed by the whole squadron this year. And last but not least, thank you to the sponsoring committee, Kirsten Pay Martin, Vice Chair, Juanita Pelosa, Treasurer, Donna Snyders, Secretary, Joanne Shields, Sherry Stewart, and Patty Vivian. Thank you for your continued help and direction throughout the year. Our decisions and assistance working with the staff of 862 is so important and directly contributes to the success of all of our cadets. 862 Lambeth Lightning would not function without the many volunteers that have committed their time and energy. Please give a round of applause to our committee and all of our squadron volunteers for a job well done, and I look forward to working with all of you again next year. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Doyle. It is my honor now to present to you our reviewing officer, Flight Lieutenant Leroy Smith, Officer Commanding of 50F Charterwell Lambeth Squadron of the Royal Air Cadets. Flight Lieutenant Smith has joined us live from England. I will now give you a brief synopsis of Flight Lieutenant Smith's life. He was born in London, and he lived what he describes as a normal upbringing. In 1977, he joined 329 Finsbury Squadron, and he served as a cadet on the squadron until late 1983, reaching the rank of Cadet Warrant Officer. In 1983, he transferred to 48F Hampstead Squadron, and in 1984 became an adult warrant officer, serving as Squadron Warrant Officer until 1996. In 1996, Flight Lieutenant Smith transferred to 343 Camberwell Squadron as Warrant Officer. And in the year 2000, he was commissioned into the RAF in the Volunteer Reserve Training Branch as Pilot Officer. In 2006, Flight Lieutenant Smith took command of 343 Camberwell Squadron, where he gained his current rank. In 2016, 343 Camberwell Squadron merged with 50F Lambeth Squadron, becoming 50F Camberwell Lambeth. Flight Lieutenant Smith is currently employed by Signature Flight Support at Biggin Hill Airport as a ramp agent and base trainer. He is married to his lovely wife Emma, and they are proud parents of 6 children and grandparents to 2. Flight Lieutenant Smith, thank you very much for joining us, and I invite you to say a few words.
Good evening or good afternoon where you are. First of all, parents, staff, cadets, and honoured guests, it is indeed a privilege and an honour to be invited to be your reviewing officer today. I am truly flattered. I was asked to say something inspirational to the cadets, but what do you say to people that have already proved they're inspirational? There aren't that many things I believe that you can say, and all I can do is offer the guidance that was given to me and I feel should be passed on. One of those things is never stop learning. If we stop learning and we feel that we've reached that point, I'm sure that at times you will realize that there are more things to learn. My own daughter taught me not more than a few months ago. Some of the parents and some of the older staff will have heard of an actress called Hedy Lamarr. And to the world, she's known as an actress. But when my daughter did her research on Hedy Lamarr is credited with having an input into Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, torpedo guidance systems. But we all know her as an actress. But she never stopped trying to make things better for the country that she lived in, which was America. Today, I was gonna point as a point of inspiration, and I nearly burst out laughing when he came on the screen, because I was gonna point out Mr. Chris Hadfield, who I think did one of the coolest things that you could do, which was he recorded the song Space Odyssey while in space. But he started off like all of us who've been in the cadets as a cadet. And he has slowly progressed to reach his end goal, which was he always wanted to be an astronaut. I saw a video from him where he mentioned watching Neil Armstrong land on the moon. I remember my dad buying a TV so we could watch Neil Armstrong land on the moon. And that was inspirational. Watching the way Chris Hadfield has brought space into an understanding for all of us so that we can understand what it's like to be an astronaut, what they have to go through, and answering questions that the younger people ask, I think is truly inspirational. And the inspirational part is that he started off as an air cadet. That was his first step. The journey through life, I think, is a maze. and we will make many wrong turns, and staff are here and your parents are there and they will guide you as best they can. But at the end of the day, you will make some good decisions and you'll make some absolute howlers. All we have to do is take a deep breath, learn from the howlers, and go down the right path. Stuff that you've learned here in the cadet forces will guide you through your life. At the age of 41, it was my cadet contacts that allowed me to do what I now think is one of the best jobs best jobs I could have. So I spend when I'm at work, I spend my day playing with airplanes. I marshal them, I move them, I make sure they get the luggage and all that kind of stuff. But it wasn't something that I would have gone for of my own. It was my colleague who was my CO at the time, who then said, have you got a CV? And I gave her this piece of paper and she said, is that your CV? And I said, yes. And a couple of weeks later, she handed me another piece of paper and said, that's your CV. You've got an interview on Thursday, and 14 years later, I'm still doing it. So there's no time when you actually reach the end of that path until you walk out the door at the end and look back on all the things you've achieved. But all the way through, you can impact on people's lives. You can make a difference. And you've already proved that you are not part of the sheep. You will be the shepherds, the people who will lead. And I think that's where I can end this input into saying to you that you are already leaders because you haven't followed the crowd in trying to be famous overnight. All the people on the internet trying to get their fame up very quickly without establishing the roots. You are establishing your roots. They are good, solid roots. And in years and years and years to come, you will have that moment when someone will look at you and go, where did you learn to do that? And you'll be able to smile, look back and think, I learned that when I was in the Air Cadets. But once again, thank you for inviting me. I am truly flattered. It made my day when I saw Chris Hadfield on the screen because I regard him as one of my inspirational people. Thank you very much, 862.
Thank you, sir. Your attendance today is very much appreciated, and I would like you to please give our best wishes to our friends at 50F.
And now a message. Apologies.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Please go ahead, sir.
Now, I was just going to confirm that I will pass on your regards to the cadets from the squadron, and we all still remember your visit, and your plaque is our entry sign over our door.
Thank you very much. And now a message from the Southwest Ontario Area Officer, Commanding Lieutenant Commander Martin.
Captain Greystone, Captain Wakeland, distinguished guests, squadron sponsoring committee members, parents, friends, staff, and most importantly, cadets of 862 Lambeth Lightning Air Cadet Squadron. You have had a busy and unusual training year. I can say from your squadron's achievements that training virtually has not slowed you down in the least. It has challenged you to rise to the next level in your leadership, citizenship, and commitment to your squadron, community, and to your families. You have motivated each other and encouraged participation, checking up on those who have not been able to connect regularly, as well as you would like, as well as ensuring that they are safe and healthy. Outside of your regular training sessions, you have continued to offer a virtual ground school with your former squadron warrant officer, Paige Wakeland, an inspirational virtual effective speaking group with Toastmaster Mr. Ross Cunningham, with your first place effective speaker, Sergeant Krieger, placing second in the area competition, and your second place squadron effective speaker, Sergeant McGill, placing fourth overall in the area. Well done to both of you. I understand that Sergeant McGill has also gone above and beyond in running a boot camp for level 1 and 2 cadets on Friday evenings to help highlight the lessons taught on your regular squadron training nights. Sergeant McGill's encouragement and creativity has helped to reinforce learning through games and activities. Bravo Zulu on cadets, leading cadets. On the staff front, welcome aboard Officer Cadet Rick Letourneau on being sworn in this past year as a member in the Canadian Armed Forces. It is sometimes a long journey through that recruiting center. Thank you for your patience and perseverance. To former Warrant Officer First Class Paige Wakeland, thank you for your energy and enthusiasm in motivating cadets, and good luck in your new challenges, both as a civilian instructor and as Officer Cadet Letourneau can tell you in the recruiting process. 862 Lambeth Lightning has been parading at Branch 501, Lambeth Legion, since its inception in the fall of 1978. I should note that as someone who was born in Byron before it became part of the City of London, I have watched both Lambeth and your squadron grow with the changes in your neighborhood. You continue to support many community members and groups, whether it is volunteering at the Lambeth Harvest Fest Parade, the fireworks at the arena, assisting with local fundraisings in support of a community resource and a nursery school. 862 Lambeth Lightning has been one of the only squadrons that has volunteered every year at the London Air Show, and hopefully will once again when the conditions permit. All these activities and events would not be possible without the support of your community, your squadron sponsoring committee, who assist in areas that D&D is not able to, your staff, and your senior cadets who plan and lead your numerous activities and training nights. It would also not be possible without your family and friends who encourage and support you on your journey. This is truly youth development through the cadet program. In particular, I would like to thank Captain Greystone, who has recently turned over command of 862. Captain Greystone, for your service and for your family support, we thank both you and your family and wish you well in your future endeavors. All the best to each of you as you mark the end of your 2021 training year and head into the summer. Whether you will be attending a virtual cadet training center, participating in the summer cadet activity program, or just relaxing as you prepare for the fall and your next adventure, stay safe, stay in touch, and look out for each other. Fingers crossed we will be able to be back to face-to-face training in the not too distant future. Well done on your achievements, and move forward with the speed of lightning. Thank you.
Okay.
So 862, one of the great things that Chief Warrant Officer Godbout and I like to do when we visit corps or squadrons across the province is to present our command team coin or our leadership team coin to 3 deserving people of a corps or squadron. Those 3 people represent the 3 core elements of what every corps and squadron needs for success. And that would be an extremely competent and excellent cadet, a fantastic staff member, officer, and also an exceptional volunteer from our partners in the leagues. And so it's extremely important that we make sure that we represent all 3 elements there, because we truly need all 3 parts to make the cadet movement succeed. So it's my privilege to present our first of the 3 command team, leadership team coins on behalf of RCSU Central. And the very first will go to your new commanding officer, Chris Wakeland. Was nominated prior to accepting command of 862 for being an incredible squadron member, both as a parent and then as a CIC officer, hey, Chris has gone above and beyond all expectations, continually seeking out new opportunities to help the cadets learn and grow, and ensuring that each cadet and their family feels accepted and understands what the program is and what it has to offer. Chris, you're always available to take on new tasks, assume responsibilities, and to ensure the safety of all members, which is why you were nominated to be the commanding officer. You're an outstanding, inspirational, and indeed a motivated and dedicated officer, and we very much appreciate that. Your interpersonal skills and your kind demeanor has really helped in many very sensitive situations that the squadron has experienced. You've been the outgoing CO's right-hand person and support through pretty much everything that the squadron has seen. You've stepped into the position of command when you were able to do so. Your professionalism is certainly outstanding, and it's your considerate manner and also your incredible competency as a senior, or excuse me, as a CIC officer that gives me great pride to issue you this command team coin. Our second coin of 3 will be for a civilian and for a volunteer who's a part of the team at 862. And this one is for Mr. Steve Rietzma. Steve, congratulations. It's absolutely fantastic for me. It's a big honor for me to be able to present this command team coin to you. So Steve's taken on the role of the supply officer, continues to streamline the process and to ensure that cadets have proper fitting uniform pieces, as well as taking on the great task of organizing and rearranging the supply room and all of its contents. J4 infrastructure and supply is always an incredibly demanding job. So to get accolades and credit for it is certainly well deserved. It's not an easy task, as space at 862 is very limited. Also developed an online request form so that cadets can email in their measurements or their needs, whether it's for a new kit or for even exchange. Continue to be just as committed and dedicated despite some of the issues with applying while applying for the CIC himself. His focus is what's best for cadets, and wishes to be a part of a team and organization that offers youth such incredible opportunities and experiences. So Mr. Rietzma, thanks very much for your support. You are a volunteer, and you're an incredible volunteer for 862 and for the cadet movement. Congratulations on being a recipient of this command team coin.
Okay.
.862 Lambeth Lightning, well done this year. Captain Wakelin, W2 Thunderbird, congratulations on the year well done. Madame, congratulations on taking over and for your first ACR, pretty outstanding organization that you're taking over. The SSC chair, Mrs. Stephanie Doyle, the branch president, Mr. Tom Shield. Sir, ma'am, I know that the team is not the team unless we have the support committee. We need your hard work to complete everything that we do in the CAF and in the cadet organization. Otherwise, we could not afford certain things that you guys bring to the organization. So we're always proud to recognize people from the staff, from the cadet, and also from the league when we come to visit your cadet unit. So congratulations to Mr. Steve Rietzma that was recognized, as well as Captain Chris Wakelin. Thank you so much, and congratulations on getting our leadership coin. I have the pleasure to present also a cadet. This cadet is a sergeant, has been a driving force since joining the cadet. His commitment, so now you know it's a young male, and dedication to the squadron and his fellow cadet is exemplary. He continues to show initiative in ensuring that the cadets are motivated and committed to furthering their own success within the cadet program. He consistently is seeking new opportunities, not only for his own, but for the growth of his cadets and his peers and all those around him. He is always a first volunteer for any task that has to be done. I'd like to congratulate Sergeant Curtis McGill for a job well done and for deserving one of our leadership team coins. So well done, and Well done, 862. We are proud to be virtually with your team, and we wish you a great start of the year when we're back in person.
Before we continue, I just wanted to congratulate all three of you. You've worked very hard for that. It's something that has been underway for the good part of this last remainder of the year. I know that there's many people who put in countless hours, but I can't thank the three of you enough for your continued initiative, support, encouragement, and all that stuff. Unfortunately, they couldn't present you your coins in person. So as the expression goes, the check is in the mail. However, it's not a check, it's a coin. And you should be receiving it shortly. So congratulations, all three of you, for an exceptional job. Well done.
Thank you, ma'am. I'm sure I can speak on behalf of all three of us when I say it was a nice surprise and quite an honor. On behalf of myself and all the members of the squadron, I'd like to thank the following for their endless support. There are a number of people outside of the squadron that help us do what we need to do. So the area commanding officer, Lieutenant Commander Martin, who spoke not long ago, we'd like to thank him, as well as the zone training officers that are assigned to our squadron, Lieutenant Navy Voss and Captain Steves, the quartermaster, Warrant Officer Taylor, and the warehouse supervisor, Sergeant Ferris. The admin clerk at detachment is Ms. Betty Ann Dirksen, and the J3 training support coordinators, Warrant Officer Malloy and Warrant Officer Steinmar. I would also like to thank the Wing 11 Regional Director, Ms. Bainbridge.
We would now like to acknowledge the members of 862 Squadron Sponsoring Committee, our sponsor, Branch 501 of the Royal Canadian Legion, and all of the parents, grandparents, family, and friends of our members. Thank you. Your dedication and support means a great deal to us, and we appreciate you all. We would also like to thank our numerous community and corporate sponsors who in some way during this training year contributed to allowing us to provide the cadet program.
Thank you, Warrant. Good afternoon to our reviewing officer and honored guests, Madam Chair, League members, members of the Legion, ladies and gentlemen, SSC members, squadron staff, and cadets. This year has come with many setbacks for most, which we are all sadly getting used to. This afternoon, however, we are here to celebrate successes. We as a group have persevered, and there's a general sense of a light at the end of the tunnel. I have renewed hope for a return to in-person training for the fall, and the staff of 862 are hard at work preparing for that. Congratulations to all award recipients this afternoon. Well done to each of you. Thank you, Padre, for joining us today and leading us in a moment of reflection. Captain Fowler, not just today, but throughout the year, you've been present to help with conversations that undoubtedly helped our cadets get through the year and look within to better themselves. I'm very happy and honored to have Flight Lieutenant Smith act as our reviewing officer today. For not only the attendees of the England-France trip, but also the entire squadron, reconnecting a relationship with our sister squadron, 50F, has been wonderful. I hope this relation continues to flourish and we are able to conduct many more activities in the future. One of the great things to come out of the way we have to conduct our business this training year means the ability to host someone important to our squadron from such a great distance that would otherwise be very difficult to accomplish in person. So thank you once again, Flight Lieutenant Smith, for joining us today. I also want to thank each and every cadet of 862. We're all very proud of you for continuing to be dedicated to the squadron and for participating as much as you could throughout the year. For those of you that have been around for a while, getting back to in-person training will be a welcome return. For some, Our virtual training might be the only version of Air Cadets that you know, and I want to reassure you that there is much to look forward to in the future. Thank you to the staff and volunteers who spent many hours putting together today's ceremony, particularly Captain Marison, CV Rietsma, and CV von Rucksicki. And finally, thank you, of course, to the staff, SSC volunteers, and our sponsor, Branch 501 of the Royal Canadian Legion. Your commitment to the squadron throughout this year has been fundamental to the successes that we've experienced. Thank you all for attending this afternoon. I'd now like to invite the Squadron Warrant Officer Second Class Matthew Funderburg, to speak.
Good afternoon, everyone. I will keep this short and sweet, but I'd like to thank Captain Wakeland, Captain Greystone. I'd like to thank our instructors, our parents, friends, family members for all being here today and being here throughout the training year. And I look forward to seeing all of you, hopefully in person next year. Thank you. Again, if you're able, please stand for God Save the Queen.
Ladies and gentlemen, this brings us to the conclusion of our 43rd ACR. Once again, thank you all for participating in this afternoon's ceremony. Be safe and enjoy the rest of your day. But before we sign off, please enjoy this performance by one of our cadets, Corporal Megan Frainer. The squadron staff and reviewing officer will remain online for a short amount of time following the formal ceremony. If you wish to say hello, please advise a monitor. Without further ado, I present Corporal Frainer.
I am Corporal Frainer. This is my dad, Paul, in the corner. And this is a song called Norwegian Wood.
Amazing. Thank you very much. That was wonderful.
That was outstanding, Corporal Frainer.
Thank you. Thanks to my dad for joining me.
Leroy, I'm really glad that you were able to join us today. I'm going to take the first opportunity because it's been so long to say thank you. I know the time difference there, but you know what? It really is good to see your face.
It's good to see yours too.
I was looking over some of the photos that we took. A lot of the photos, of course, when the units were combined. And part of it seems surreal. Like it doesn't seem like it happened. It happened so fast.
Yeah.
To think that it's been 3 years. And then to know that, as Lieutenant Colonel Miskimen had said, it was 40 years ago that 862 cadets visited 50F Squadron. So it's kind of a surprise anniversary at the same time.
Yeah, I didn't realize that was an anniversary.
Yeah, so it kind of worked out really well, but I am so glad that you were able to attend.
Yeah, I'm glad I was able to attend as well. Luckily I was on a shift yesterday, but when I saw the date, I looked on my thing to see whether or not I was off today, and fortunately I was.
Yeah, I'm so thankful that you could